The C-130 Hercules broke through an Arctic storm, ice pounding the windshield like bullets. The cockpit, still except for the wail of wind below a frozen chasm, waited the rich brats who'd taunted Riley Morgan at Arctic Flight Academy, saying she was a charity case. A nobody pilot now sat buckled into her cargo compartment, their hubris overawed by sheer terror. Hours ago, they'd jeered at her mended jacket and humble beginnings. Now their lives depended on the woman's skills. They'd humiliated what they didn't realize was Riley's secret, a truth that rendered their cruelty insignificant at 10,000 feet. With justice on her side, the Arctic would render their judgment. Riley disembarked from the shuttle in Arctic Flight Academy, her frayed duffel bag slung over one shoulder, Alaskan wind cutting through her beat-up parka. The Academy's glam facade shone like polished ice against endless snow, but her eyes stayed on students unloading Gucci bags from Range Rovers. Her scuffed boots and second-hand jeans, branding her an other in the marble lobby scholarship student. The clerk made a public announcement loud enough to still nearby conversation. Dorm block D, the old one, the tone said, for all block D was where non-belongers stayed. Riley snapped up her paperwork, heedless of whispers and smirks. She'd anticipated this polar flight cunning elite pilots, earning elite snobs, more money than morals. Isabel Langley, oil AIs, and queen of the affluent clique waited by the windows, her red hair shining under LED lights with the hungry eyes of a predator. She sized up strangers. Look what the scholarship brought up, she purred to her posy voice laced with privilege. Does she even know how to read a compass? Ethan Caldwell, son of a hedge fund billionaire, leaned on the counter, treating flight school like a rich kid's gap year. My dad says they'll let anyone in now, he said, loud enough for Riley. Just require a sad tale and a mop. Laughter pierced the air. Riley continued completing forms, her fingers touching a sewing kit in her bag, black thread on a wooden spool, a present from her grandmother. Dignity, she learned, was repairing what's broken, not throwing it away. They think shame is their trump card. Riley believed eyeing Isabel's melodrama, but shame only functions on those who have lost everything already in the auditorium. Admiral Laura Bennett, a tough veteran, greeted the class. The Arctic doesn't care about your trust fund. Competence is all that matters. When Riley introduced herself here for Arctic Rescue, ex-flight mechanic believing aviation should serve need not greed, Isabel led slow, mocking claps. A real hero, she sneered, stepping into Riley's path with a coffee cup. Oops, she said, spilling it on Riley's jacket. Hope that rag wasn't special. Laughter erupted. Riley didn't flinch. She peeled off the jacket, revealing a faded military patch. 17 inside with her sewing kit. She sewed a tear, her calm unsettling the crowd. Colonel Daniel Pierce in the back froze that patch connected to a classified crash. He'd never forgotten. Riley murmured something about Kandahar words no student should know, and Pice's blood chilled in Hangar 9. The C-130 towered, its turboprops shining. Pierce, a grizzled combat veteran, briefed students, respect this beast, or it'll kill you. Riley's technical skill displayed in training her cockpit fluency beyond textbooks. When Claire Donovan inquired about radar tuning, Riley's response-making adjustment for Arctic ice reflections employed military codes, raising eyebrows. Claire, a teacher's daughter caught between wealth and justice, observed Riley eating alone, torn by Isabel's scowl. She placed a sandwich beside Riley's tray, a silent act. Riley nodded, an acorn of trust planted. Isabel's rage intensified. She's cheating, she whispered to Pierce. Ethan spread rumors of a dishonorable discharge. They need falsehoods to be secure, Riley reflected, thinking of Afghanistan's brutal lessons, her solitude, brutal exclusion from study sessions, meals, equipment exchanges. Claire gave Riley notes and mittens, evading Isabel's spies. Riley remained quiet, her dorm mirror showing a survivor who'd learned patience and clandestine operations. They're playing games in a game world where games kill during a blackout test over the Beaufort Sea. Riley's manual precision. Dead reckoning stunned instructors. Pierce reported her combat pilot solo. She charted Arctic maps, flashbacks of Captain Alex Turner, her co-pilot emerging 3 years ago. Their chopper crashed, attributed to mechanical failure. Riley was aware it was Langley Oil's cutting corners for profit, sloppy maintenance, Alex died. Riley lived, creating a new identity to reveal the truth. Justice isn't revenge, Alex had said. It's saving the next guy. Riley's spotless navigation drill, catching manual errors committed. Isabel. She's cheating, she yelled during debrief, asking for a background check when questioned about a radar code. Riley smiled. Lucky guess. Pierce called an encrypted line. Admiral Bennett discovered Riley's file gaps, missing clearances, indefinite records. Her intuition screamed abnormal. Riley volunteered for a lethal Arctic exercise. Her boldness, conflicting with Pierce's conservatism, Isabel's fixed obsession intensified. Claire openly stood up for Riley, earning scowls, but respect sabotage began. Small malfunctioning gauges, radiostatic grounding planes. Riley repaired each with field hone expertise, impressing instructors. Isabel excavated Riley's history, discovering only a 3-year gap. A call from her father, Edward Langley, shattered her. Nobody's better than you. Our Arctic ops can't fail. Isabel understood she was a pawn to Langley. Oil's illegally drilling, her worth dependent upon success, not affection. Ethan's infidelity. Plagiarized tests revealed his family's test-buying scheme, his hypocrisy blatant against Riley's merit. Claire discovered Isabel sabotaging Riley's navigation equipment and informed Pierce. She's attempting to kill her. The sabotage had spiraled into criminal endangerment, causing lockdowns. Pierce, caught in the dilemma between duty and suspicion, discovered Riley in the library, maps scattered. I knew a pilot, he said, lost to a crash attributed to faulty parts. If somebody's finishing her battle, I'd support them. Riley met his eyes. Some truths take time, Colonel. He nodded for improved gear inspections in Hangar 9. Isabel faced Riley repairing sabotaged cables. You're not normal, she spat. Riley stood her beauty. Deadly individuals such as me live, individuals such as you don't. Since Isabel attacked, Riley grabbed her wrist with Spec Ops instincts. Numbing the air supervisor, Mark Evans, witnessed it all. His testimony later, key a March storm with 70-mile-per-hour winds and negative 40 degrees. Fahrenheit trapped researchers at Prudhoe Bay, and a Marine station rescue became critical. Military aid was grounded. Pice briefed students. But Riley suggested a radical route employing storm rotation. Standard routes will disintegrate us, she argued, quoting Winchar. Her military strategies amazed peers. Peers pretended refusal, hiding their surreptitious sink. Isabel's father phoned frantic, "Save my people or we're finished." She watched her family's atrocities imploding. Ethan pretended disease, escaping danger, his cowardice exposed. Riley rode the C-130, her voice unwavering through turbulence. Isabel in the hold clutched her harness. Noticing Riley wasn't random, she was a federal plant. Claire, aboard out of loyalty, admired Riley's equanimity. Riley grumbled Spec Ops jargon. Pierce. Seeing a ghost from Kandahar, ice-clogged wings. Visibility gone. Riley's Arctic expertise, reading thermals, anticipating gusts, kept them airborne. Her classified radio responses verified her past distinguished Flying Cross Purple Heart at Prudhoe Bay. Riley came down on a snow runway, defying physics. Isabel saw Langley Oil's illegal rigs, her father's empire laid bare. Riley emerged military, bearing clear, coordinating rescues, while Agent Lisa Torres recorded crimes. We've tracked Langley for years, Torres said. Testify and you're protected. Edward Langley raged, but Riley played a recording. If they kill, insurance pays, keep drilling it. Damned him, conspiracy, negligence, homicide indictments are filed. Riley said, you're done. Victoria collapsed, her world broke. Claire realized Riley's real assignment, justice for a crash that murdered her squad. A second C-130 had agents arresting Edward and holding Ethan as a witness. Torres presented Isabel an ultimatum: testify or go down with her father. She opted for truth 6 months hence. Arctic flight revolutionized. Bennett deployed the Sky for All scholarship, funded by assets seized, with Riley as director in the auditorium, where once she was humiliated. Riley educated plural pupils, skids of rescued workers among them. Isabel, deprived of wealth, learned humbly her testimony, jailing her dad for 25 years. Ethan's empire collapsed. He did time. Claire helped Riley bridging gaps. Riley's classes by a memorial for crash victims stress service above ego. Maria Lopez, daughter of a murdered inspector, donated Riley her dad's cross. You completed his battle on a spring flight. Riley led a landing drill. Isabel aced it. Claire demonstrated a radio message, confirmed new environmental legislation inspired by Riley's work. Justice isn't 1 second. Riley explained to her class, it's the choice of truth in daily life. The C-130 soared with a legacy of courage, not privilege, into the Arctic sky.